David Neeleman is a successful businessman and entrepreneur. He is the founder of 5 successful commercial airlines, including JetBlue. To many, he's an airline legend and visionary. So what's the secret to his success? It may be his ADHD diagnosis, which he admits comes with some obstacles, but has made him a creative thinker. In this video, we will discuss the clinical definition of ADHD and its subtypes, and how ADHD affects the workplace environment. As a reminder, members of the HR team are not mental health professionals. The information provided should not be used to self-diagnose, nor does it fully depict the complexity of ADHD. ADD, or ADHD, is an abbreviation for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. ADHD can come in 3 different forms: ADHD hyperactive impulsivity, ADHD inattentive, or ADHD combined, where symptoms of hyperactive impulsivity and inattentive ADHD are present together. These categories describe how a person's ADHD symptoms may present, since each person will have a different presentation of symptoms. Symptoms of ADHD hyperactive impulsivity include fidgeting, frequent interrupting or blurting out answers, and extreme impatience. Some symptoms of ADHD inattentive, which was formerly ADD, include forgetfulness, being easily distracted, trouble with organizing, and making careless errors. Still, there are no clinical differences between the two. Individuals with ADHD tend to have difficulty maintaining attention and concentration, no matter which type of ADHD symptoms they display. According to the American Psychological Association, in order for an individual to be diagnosed with ADHD, they must possess multiple and persistent symptoms involving inattention or impulsivity and hyperactivity. In other words, these symptoms may be debilitating as they repeatedly affect daily life and functioning. This salience separates psychological disorders from personality traits or individual quirks. Thus, it's wise to avoid language that stigmatizes, mocks, or diminishes the severity of ADHD symptoms.
Dude, I can't even sit still waiting for this game to start. I must have ADHD.
The onset of ADHD often occurs in early childhood, as symptoms become apparent in academic settings. Young boys are more likely to be diagnosed with ADHD than young girls, in part because boys are more likely to experience outward symptoms of hyperactive impulsivity, or combined ADHD. Girls often have inattentive ADHD and may not appear to have symptoms or be described as a daydreamer or just scattered. Thus, they often go undiagnosed and untreated. However, inattentive ADHD symptoms can be just as disruptive to daily life. There is a rise in ADHD diagnosis in recent years. This is in part due to better recognition of symptoms, and even learning that genetics play a part so that multiple family members may be affected. Indeed, many people aren't diagnosed with ADHD until adulthood. In adults, symptoms of ADHD still fall into the broad categories of inattention or impulsivity and hyperactivity, or combined. Yet now, they may be more evident in the workplace. And while ADHD does not go away, the symptoms can be managed. At work, ADHD behaviors affect organization, time management, multitasking, task completion, and mood. While these ADHD symptoms may prove a challenge for an employee, they can also be beneficial, allowing for creativity, hyper-focus on task, energy to complete the projects, and a high emotional intelligence. That's not to say those with ADHD are unsuccessful in their careers, because many are, as we've seen in David Neeleman. It may mean, however, that working with ADHD or working alongside someone with ADHD may be challenging to navigate at first. Like in any other workplace interaction, taking the time to learn from and about one's team members proves beneficial. Employers can work with employees with ADHD on ways to offer and facilitate support and to make reasonable adjustments for individuals in their workplace environment. Additionally, employees with ADHD and their employers can explore other adjustments in the workplace that may be beneficial, such as the employer providing detailed task instructions. However, any adjustment will need to be taken on a case-by-case basis, depending on what is best. Likewise, employees with ADHD can learn skills and utilize strategies that help with organization, communication, and other areas in the workplace that may be impacted by their ADHD symptoms, such as keeping their workspace organized, having frequent communication with their supervisor or other team members, keeping a detailed calendar and making daily lists, and limiting workplace distractions. Employees may not feel comfortable sharing about their ADHD diagnosis with their team. Building a culture of change where employees feel welcome to share about their mental health challenges can foster positive and long-lasting changes that allow for all in the workplace to succeed. While allowing for agency and independence, employers and team members should prioritize open dialogue with their counterparts who have ADHD and be there to offer a helping hand if necessary. Putting in the effort it takes to build a sense of trust and community is likely to validate the experiences of all employees while setting a precedent within the organization. As a result, employee productivity, company loyalty, and overall cohesion may improve as the workplace becomes more inclusive.